There comes a time in everyone's life when they're faced with a decision that can completely change everything. A decision that sets in motion a chain of events that catapults them from living an ordinary life to living an extraordinary one. My field is in addiction recovery. And I often ask myself, what is the difference between those people that get clean and sober and stay that way to those that get clean and sober only to return to treatment centers time and time again? What makes the difference between those people that have experienced drug abuse and go on to never looking back and living a life that even far exceeds their life before the abuse? What's the difference between them and those people that fall deeper and deeper into the spiral of addiction? I have found the difference to be in that moment when they have got to let go. In that moment when they've got to let go of one branch to grasp onto another one, to let go of one life to embrace a new life. I found that when people are faced with that moment when time slows down and the sounds around them fade into the background, and the only thing between them and success is that moment, the only thing between the life they want and the life they're living right now is that moment, I've found that fear creeps in. Now, you may not recognize fear every time it shows its face, because fear has a way of changing and wearing different masks. When fear shows up, it sometimes wears a mask that only you can recognize. And when faced with decision to get clean or sober, fear likes to disguise himself as doubt or guilt. Sometimes fear disguises himself as anxiety, right? And insecurity. Fear wears the faces of any weakness you have. It will search your entire body, your soul, your heart, and find your fear, and then put that mask on, because you will be able to recognize him when he's wearing that mask, and it will start to whisper things in your ears. It will say, you don't deserve this. You're an addict. And it will seem so familiar to you. That voice will sound so familiar to you that you'll start to believe it. Sometimes fear whispers in your ear that this is going to hurt too much, and you can't handle this. It's going to ask you, isn't this why you use drugs in the first place? Because this hurts, being clean? Fear will whisper to you and say, everyone hates you after what you did. Do you think that you're going to be able to face those people now? So some people sit in that moment and they choose to listen and believe fear. In his many disguises, people will sit and listen and believe. And then there are those that will listen and laugh. Not that they don't hear fear. Oh, they hear it. But they listen and they laugh because they know a con job when they hear one. Maybe they've been back at this point so many times in their life that this voice, they know that this is a con. And they act despite that fear. They choose courage. They choose to leap. They choose to let go of one branch and reach out, arms stretched to grab onto another branch. They choose their new life over their old life. And those people take their fears and their insecurities and their guilt and their doubt, and they just leap. So if you're ever faced with the decision of getting clean and sober or staying high and doped up, hell, I hope you leap. I hope you just remember how tired you are of this life. I hope when fear starts whispering in your ear, that you just get disgusted with hearing this ugly voice lying to you and trying to keep you under, trying to keep small, and trying to keep you dying, withering away into the darkness. I hope you leap. I hope you leap for the future, for a better life, for love, for happiness. I hope you just leap. I hope you reach out for a fresh start. I hope you set in motion a life that's worth living. And I hope you show up every day to receive all the wonderful things your life is just waiting to give you. I hope you join the club of people who choose not to be an average person stuck on drugs. I hope you choose not to be the ordinary person who gets clean and spends their life spiraling in and out of rehabs. I hope you choose to be extraordinary. I hope you join the club. Because in this club, we don't choose to just get clean and sober. No, that's a foregone conclusion. We choose to live an extraordinary life, one that other people aspire to live. We choose happiness and laughter, confidence and willfulness. We choose to heal and just be done already. Because in this club, we've taken our life back. We've taken back a life worth living, and we don't plan on giving it back. So join the club.